Okay, we are live. I don't know what my co-host is doing. We are live, guys. Welcome back to another episode with your boys here at the Truth Media Podcast. This is your boy Q Fusion Reacts and my co-host.
Double A half in the building. Y'all was good.
All right, Aaron, coming a little bit louder. You're a little low right now,
A little
but
low.
yeah, you're a little low. But yeah, guys, so sorry for the hiatus. My co host was in the process of moving into his brand spanking new home. Okay, so let's give a round of applause. Okay, because we're making big moves over here at the Treat Media Podcast. Okay, guys. So yeah, so we're gonna look to get back on consistency. Our biggest goals when we had our quarterly meeting last quarter was to make sure that we get an episode to you guys every week. We really do want to stay at home on that, but it just feels weird to do an episode, solely by myself. If when my co-host isn't able to, and I'm sure vice versa, on the channel, because as you know, this is the Truth Media Podcast, right? So, what we wanted to do is make sure we got back to you guys with a hard hitting new topic that should be able uh, to get you guys thinking, right? Because I know that this topic has been something um, that has been making the rounds, right, with the morphing of hip hop and music and the like over the last 10, 15 years. But my co-host brought up um, an interesting way of going about discussing this. So I kind of want to let him take it away, and then we can get into the crux of what this episode's about.
All right. So basically, how am I coming in? Too loud?
You can come in a little louder.
How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. So basically, y'all, this topic has been thrown about before. It's a very similar topic to the one of does video games cause violence in children and so on and so forth. Basically, the question today is: does rap music or hip hop, whatever you want to call it, uh, does it hurt the quote unquote black community? Now, with that being posed, I don't, I have an answer, but I won't say my answer is concrete. I'm not sure if anyone has ever done the studies to even be able to back up a concrete answer. So
Mm.
obviously, I'm just going to be going off my thoughts on this. Okay, and I'll get to that. I'll unpack that later. But I'm just setting the table here, right? So please be active in the comments. Let us know what you think. You already know the question. Actually, Fusion, can you put the question in the comments so that join in can see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Thank
have
you.
it on the caption. What's it called? The byline.
All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, perfect. All right. So yeah, definitely let us know what you guys think about that in the comments, and we will read them as they come in. Uh, anything that you want to add before we get this started?
Yeah, no, I think that when we're doing a topic such as this, I know that a lot of people hold hip hop music, because there's so many different realms of hip hop that it can go to, right? You have your traditional hip hop, right? The hip, the hop, the hip, the hibbity hibbity, don't stop and rockin' and don't stop. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. And then you have more of like an emo type of hip hop. You have your the drill music, right? You have the dirty South hip hop music. You have all these different realms, right? And right. So you have all these different realms of hip hop. And I think that, with the video that I wanted to show, that I pulled up, it's it goes into sort of where I think that um a lot of these big figures that are sitting in hip hop at the moment, I don't think either they understand the effect that they have and still yet act irresponsibly anyway, or they're just that stupid. So I'm gonna go with the like of the former rather than the latter. And I'm going to take a look at something that I came across the other day with regards to Little Uzi Vert getting an Antichrist tattoo on his tongue, right? These are some of the little things that me and my co-host we see on a day-to-day basis, and it's morphing into something that is just it doesn't even really smell of hip hop anymore. Yeah, they're rapping, but it just doesn't even come across as hip hop anymore, right? It's just there's something deep seated and very disturbing about what's coming across on the airwaves nowadays, for the most part, from what you're seeing in a lot of these artists. And we definitely wanted to touch base on that, and it's going to be something similar to the video that we had done on the passing of Takeoff, where we talked about that, what the influences and the bothersome aura around the killing of that young man. That this is something we wanted to definitely touch base on, because it is something that's causing me discomfort every time I turn on 105.1. And if you don't know, 105.1 is a big tri-state radio station here on the East Coast, where you get your hip hop and R&B music. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the video. Lil Uzi Vert reacts to being called a Satan worshiper.
The Pale Emperor.
He is?
Listen here. At age 27, I will leave this earth for this man right here. He's the Pale Emperor.
What's good, Rizzle fam? It's your boy Big Man. Looks like Lil Uzi Vert came to Rollin' Loud with a brand new song, and the lyrics in that one surprised a lot.
Say it again.
That the video volume is low.
You said it's low. All right, put the. Is that better?
He references Satan in the track, and ever since then, people wanted to know if he's really into that kind of stuff. To say that his track was controversial would be an understatement. He got every major media outlet talking about it, but Uzi actually talked to one of the reporters who just couldn't resist asking him about these lyrics, and he actually replied. So here's how the whole story began and what Uzi had to say against the accusations that came his way, claiming that he's a Satanist. Not so long ago, we saw Lil Uzi Vert performing at the Rollin' Loud Festival, and he left a strong impression on a lot of people there. His fans absolutely love the show, and they can't wait to see him tear the scene up again. One of the things that got to most of the fans with the fact—
Come on now. What the?
Why?
You guys in the comments below, let us know if you think that this is anything but worshiping the devil, Lord Jesus.
Fact that Uzi performed some of his older songs too, like EXO Tour Life, The Way Life Goes, and 20 Minutes. His hardcore Day One fans enjoyed the show the most, as it usually goes. Loyal fans on the internet did not hesitate to express their opinions on the Rollin' Loud performance. They said, "Man, I never knew when I first heard Uzi in 2015 that he would be this big. At this point, he's a megastar, and if his next album is great, I believe that would make him an icon. As far as an artist, it really isn't many people doing it like him. Man, Lil Uzi really get enough credit for staying relevant. Not everyone in 2015 stuck around. However, Uzi also used this opportunity to present something new that he's been working on lately. And early in the show,
Bear with the show, we do this
yet
live.
Unreleased track called City Girl, and he had some controversial lyrics in, to say the least. Listen to the lyrics on the track as he sang them during his Rollin' Loud performance.
I make a city girl believe in Satan. I make a city girl believe in Satan. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. I thought I had to sneeze.
Now, if you combine the lyrics from that track with his red outfit, his hairstyle, his belt that had inverted pentagrams all over it, and his eyes that looked pretty scary, well, you can see why Uzi made the news real quick. He actually looked and sounded like he was the devil. His comment about his music being hypnotic did not help either.
Hi, I just want to rock. Body yada yada. It's in my brain. Do you know that? It's living rent free. I can't get it out.
Bruh.
You did that.
Yeah, it's hypnosis.
All of this and more are the reasons why the comment section was also flooding with remarks like this one. Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Lucifer. The accusations kept coming in from left, right, and center, and who can blame the folks? Lil Uzi Vert probably wanted that reaction. He knew exactly what he looked like. He probably wanted to portray himself as someone dangerous, scary, and even someone that you should be afraid of. It was part of his performance at this point. It's also a part of his persona. He's a unique artist, and truthfully, he's been through a lot. Now, if you're tuned into Lil Uzi Vert and his career, then you probably know that these satanic accusations that are knocking on his door are not here for the first time. He's always been a controversial guy, and he's been called a lot of names because of it. It started back in 2018 when he called one of his inspirations in music, Marilyn Manson, his father. On top of that, he said that he would sacrifice himself for Manson when he reaches the age of 27.
Yeah.
My father, the Pale Emperor.
He is?
Listen here. At age 27, I will leave this earth for this man right here.
Sure.
He's the Pale Emperor.
But it's not just the Nardwuar interview that got him his reputation of this somewhat strange, eccentric, and unpredictable persona. Lil Uzi Vert has always been like that. He just shows that side of him in every interview he does too. And we can see it in his music as well. That's just how the way he likes to do things. But some firmly believe that he is here to destroy the earth, such as the case with Daylight. See, Daylight allegedly texted Lil Uzi Vert one time, asked him if he's the devil, and Lil Uzi Vert confirmed it. Here's how it went down.
Well, you said that Lil Uzi Vert is the devil.
Yeah, he's most definitely the devil.
Definitely the devil?
Without a doubt.
Why is he the devil?
To be honest, I talked to bro. See, I'm a DMer. Like, I'll slide in somebody's DM ASAP. I asked him, I was like, bro, like, are you here to, like, destroy the earth? And he said, yeah.
But then again, Daylight.
What's going on, yo?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, what? Is it just me? Is it
know.
just me? Is it just me? I'm so.
I don't even know, man.
Yo, I'm just like.
I mean, I gotta look the statement. If you want me to
Yeah.
pack it
Do you
on.
want to get into it now, or do you want
No,
to
no,
finish
no,
the
we
video?
made it this far.
Shala, man, this is.
Is kind of hard to be taken seriously. You cannot even tell if he's being honest or if he's just joking around. That's just who he is. Some people in the music world really didn't approve of Lil Uzi Vert and his satanic lyrics during the Rollin' Loud festival. Such was the case with Tony Yayo, who said that Uzi took things a little bit too far with this one. His comment said,
I believe in God. I don't know about that stuff, man. That's crazy.
Do you feel like he's like taking it too far?
Yeah, that one's a little too crazy for me. I mean, I don't know. For me, I believe in God. I'm very religious. Came up in the church, so anything that has to do with Satan, I can't rock with.
Yayo wasn't the only one who denounced this type of behavior coming from Lil Uzi. One more artist who felt that type of way was Summer Walker. After seeing Uzi's performance, she went on her social media and expressed her feelings when it comes to talking about Satanism in your music and how dangerous it can be for you. The post went on to say, LOL, I'd be genuinely curious, have these people ever seen or heard a demon before? Or if it's just trend, because I feel like if you have, you'd stop playing. Really nothing funny or cute about it. May God be with you.
Oh,
Summer
shit.
thinks that this is not something you should be joking about. These are serious matters and they are meant to be taken as such. Otherwise, there might be some serious consequences. But we could give her an answer and she already mentioned half of the answer herself. It definitely is a trend, and it's a trend that's been around for like a long time.
You tell me that you do.
Oh, hell no.
Think of Gene Simmons and Kiss back in the day, or perhaps
hell
Sam Smith
no.
now with his recent performance at the Grammys. Artists from all genres have flirted with these elements and incorporated them in their shows. But there are also artists who are from Uzi's generation that do similar stuff. Playboi Carti started doing these satanic performances, and it's not even something that they necessarily choose themselves. Perhaps
Bruh.
It froze?
No, I'm pausing so our viewers can see what that depiction is in the background. If you don't know, or if you aren't a Bible person, this is the insignia that is known for the Antichrist, the upside down cross. As you see this depiction, keep it in mind for future reference or for a picture I'm going to show you later on with regards to a Lil Uzi Vert tattoo that he has recently just gotten, allegedly.
While it may not be funny for Summer, some think that it's not meant to be taken so seriously. It's nothing more than marketing, and only purpose of these performances is to get masses talking. He got everybody talking about it. Mission accomplished. And guess what? It's totally true. Everyone in the press and media right now is talking about Lil Uzi Vert. Perhaps that's the only thing he wanted out of all of this Rolling Loud show. Maybe it's not that complicated at all, and all this is just a game for him. In the end, Lil Uzi Vert talked to one of the reporters who asked him straightforward about the meaning behind the lyrics of his City Girl track. Lil Uzi explained that this was about a girl doing whatever he wanted her to do, and it's got nothing to do with actually believing in Satan. Moreover, he's a religious guy and actually trusts in God. Here's his reply.
Not actually Satan, but just basically I make a girl do whatever I say so.
That's right. Well, what did JT think of those lyrics?
She really didn't think too much of it. She was there when she heard me make the song. She knows what I really mean. I really don't even pay attention to them even saying that, because I just say whatever I want in my songs. It's just like my freedom of speech. I come from a real religious household.
But what y'all think? Was he serious when he said that he's...
All right. Okay, guys. I've heard enough. All right. I've heard more than enough. Let's get this individual off the screen, and let's open it up for discussion. As we will do, I completely forgot. I want to share something that I came across as of late. Share this tab instead. Just whatever in his songs, right? Just be saying whatever in his songs, right? Came from a real religious household, right? Yeah. This is really Aaron, excuse me, I said you almost doxed you again. What number of tattoos, right? Would you say that tattoos are relatively permanent?
Yeah, but tongue tattoos aren't.
They aren't. Okay. Because I'm not a tattoo connoisseur, so I wouldn't really know. So then you're saying it's relatively easy to get tongue tattoos off compared to
it takes a while.
regular tattoos?
The cells change way more frequently on your tongue than they do on your skin.
Okay.
Therefore, tongue tattoos, they're not permanent. They will fade.
Okay. Got you. Just wanted to close on. That whole religious household thing really stuck out to me, So, just a mere idea of tattooing this on your tongue.
I'm happy you said that.
It's interesting.
I'm going to start unpacking right there.
But yeah, please, no, take it away.
So, first and foremost, I'm going to take it somewhere where I would like to think that most of our viewers would already understand. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then maybe you're not there yet. But first and foremost, every single one in the entertainment industry, like all the names that they are all Luciferians. All of them. They all believe and worship Lucifer, or the god Pan, whatever you want to call them. That's what they do. They literally perform rituals. A lot of these music videos and their concerts are rituals. Let's not forget about Travis Scott a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That whole debacle. Yeah, that was a ritual. They know, and other entertainers know, but most of the laymen don't know. So it just kind of goes over their head. So when he says, "Oh yeah, no, I'm religious and not, yada yada, and I believe in God." Yeah, he believes in God, but he don't believe in the God of the Bible. You'll hear a lot of these people again, these A-list, B-list, even all the way down the list. Celebrities, they all believe and venerate Pan and the Luciferian. It's a huge cult, and it's not even a secret. It's not even like, oh, here's my tinfoil hat. Like it's been out for so long. They don't even care to hide it. Obviously, they don't even care to hide it anymore. Okay, so that's just what it is on a 3-dimensional level. On a 2-dimensional level, and in a 3-dimensional level, it makes sense. Like the one part of the video said, "Oh, Little Uzi Vert's still around since 2015, and no one else is around since 2015. Why? Exactly. If you're going to be around for that long, the only way you're going to be your face is still gonna be out there. You have to get down with the getting down.
Mm-hmm.
That means blood sacrifices. That means freaking, keeping the secrets, and that's it. So don't be surprised to see little Uzi Vert face many more years to come. Don't be surprised. For instance, what's that brother's name? Terry Crews. Remember that? That whole instance happened, and he was like, "Oh, they tried to take my booty, or whatever."
Yep.
You know
Yep. Try to put his finger in my booty hole.
Yeah. What happened to Terry Crews since then?
Ooh.
Where's he been? I'm saying he got these like little parts because they can't make it that obvious unless they want to off that nigga, and they probably will off him sooner or later. But again, and this is everything I'm saying is alleged. But again, if you know, you know, and that's just what it is. It is what it is. Little Uzi Vert is a Luciferian. He does worship the god Pan. He'll say I believe in God, but look, if an Indian person walked up and said I believe in God, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Do you believe in the God of the Bible? Even the Most High Himself in the Bible says, don't put any other deities like above me. That I'm not directly quoting. I'm paraphrasing, but basically he's saying, yeah, like there's other gods out there, but I'm the one true God that you should, follow and worship. Okay, because I'm the God Almighty. And what happened was, if you guys remember the story of the Tower of Babel, before the flood, like humans got so, like, oh, we could do whatever we want, and they started like worshiping like goddamn bulls, Baal, and then they built this tower. They were trying to reach God, and then God was like, oh, hell no, you know what I'm saying? Knock that shit down, flooded the earth, and then obviously the story of Noah, right? So again, just because someone says that they believe in God, that doesn't mean that it's the God that you think it is.
Yeah, no, I'm you know what? I just, that whole sequence was just was a lot, man. When we started this topic, I mean I've never seen that video before. So, and the reason why, I mean, we look at Lil Uzi Vert is because that Just Wanna Rock song, it's literally, I was talking about this with my co-host before when we were doing our synopsis of today's breakdown for the video. It's everywhere, right? This music, right? And if you look at the lyrics for the song, he's really not saying a lot, right? Like it's really not, like there's nothing really profound that's being utilized in the song whatsoever, but yet he's got everybody on helm. He's got all of these young people going crazy, TikTok, you name it, in Instagram reels. Everybody is entranced by this song. So I know, yeah, he was loosely being probably tongue-in-cheek by saying it's hypnosis, but to a degree, this type of music, right, it is I feel like it's a lure in, because if you saw while he was on stage, you see the crosses in the background, right? You see the red hue that exists, as my co-host was leaning towards, right, with regards to the Luciferian practices, right? There is a very disturbing aura that sits around this type of music nowadays, and it's probably why I don't really listen. I mean, you could ask my co-host, I don't really listen to hip hop. He could ask me a song, a hip hop song. I could not tell you. I could not name you. Maybe I probably will butcher the song title. I do not really listen to hip hop like that, right? It's I don't care if it's Jay-Z. I don't care if it's Nas. I don't care. Like, you couldn't ask me to name me. If somebody had a gun to my head and was like, name a popular rap song, and we'll take the bullet, we'll take the gun off your head, I'm gone, y'all. You know what I'm saying? See me upstairs, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, bruh, like, there ain't no way, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Like, it's over for me. So like, I can't get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I got the African roots. So, when I hear a nice beat, or a nice entendre or something that, gets my toe tapping, yeah, obviously I want to dance to it. I want to this and that. But as far as to listen to the music for stimulation, mental stimulation, no, those days are done. right? Like I can't name you a song that I literally sat back and went, okay, that really made me think. You know what I'm saying? It really made me ponder about life, about things that are happening in my day to day, right? That so, when we're having this topic, I want to really do. I hope we can get some engagement from our viewerships out there, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook. Let us know, what do you really think that hip hop is going in any direction that spells productivity, or is it only spewing more demonstrative, destructive sort of jargon that allows for a community, quote unquote, to seep further and further into the darkness? I would err on the latter, in my view.
Yeah. Well, I think obviously, guys, aside from the overtly uh, satanic, demonic songs out there, like the ones that Uzi was just singing, and
Mm-hmm.
like, there's also and there has been, and there still continues, songs like the gangster rap uh, genre, right?
Yeah.
Which has now evolved, or if you want to say devolved, some will say devolved into like the drill scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where everyone's talking about the ops, and you know what I'm saying, I killed this guy, killed that guy, yada yada. Now as far as that stuff goes, and again, it's all satanic, right? It's all Lucifer. It's just different levels to it. And some of it's higher level, some of it's lower level. Like it's masonry. You know what I'm saying? The highest level of masonry is the 33rd degree, right? But there's 32 degrees underneath that. So like for instance, quote unquote Bloods and Crips, they practice very very low level masonry. All those little hand signs and all that's masonry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't really know nothing and really have any like contain any of the real secrets. That's like the skull and bones
Right.
level masonry, right? But at the end of the day, it's the same. It's different branches on the same goddamn tree.
Okay.
So with that being said, I pose a question, a little more specifically as it pertains to gangster rap and drill music. Do you think it has a negative effect on the black community, the quote unquote black community?
Yeah. No. I mean, if I'm to answer it, I'm not sure if you're broaching it to the public.
You
But
and
if I okay, yeah, no, then I'll take that away. Yeah, because I would say it has a huge negative effect on the black community, quote unquote, because it is these people are the ones that are well revered, right? I mean, look at when Nipsey Hussle passed, right? It's not to say that he didn't do any good towards the latter part of his life, but for the majority of his life, the man was a what do they call them? He was a
it was a rolling 60s crip.
right, and if you know anything about that group, right, you know that they are extremely active, especially probably during his time, right? And he was most likely a menace to that society, right? But they glorify these individuals to the extent to where when they come out of prison, I saw somebody make a huge make a Tommy Sotomayor. I was listening to a panel he was on the Lapeef network, and he made a great point with regards to these individuals, right? When they come out, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the all the like, they get the coming home party, right? How many people do you know on Facebook going, oh, free Pookie, free Jermaine, free this person, right? And when they come home, they have these big celebrations and all that. But how many black people in the black community? How many have you seen them have a graduation party when they get out of college? Right? Maybe you see a high school graduation party, but when they do anything in higher education, when do you see them actually have a celebration of some higher aspirations? Right? If somebody gets a new job, if somebody gets a new career role, or they find themselves on some level, some semblance of success at a younger portion of their life, when do you see the celebrations in that? I don't hear about those. Right, but I do hear about when people have the banners, they have the malt liquor, they got the all these different. Oh, do we have somebody joining in?
No. We got to put the link in in the description, in the chat for people to join. But that's a song I wanna bring up for context. You can
Gotcha.
continue.
Okay.
You don't gotta
Yeah.
put it now.
So let me add it in just so that way. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna be able to. If I put this link in the chat, I don't know if they're gonna be able to use it. We can get up to 5 guests, but this is the link to join.
Click the link.
If I'm able to put this in.
Put
Alright, so
the link on your skin.
yo, that's how they be sounding. Yeah, it won't let me add that in there. All right.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you know what? Let me send you. I'm gonna email it to you while I'm talking.
I can't put the link in the chat. I don't have access to the
No. Just put it in the Facebook the Facebook chat thing, like for the live while I'm talking. I don't want to finish my. I want to finish my point.
Alright.
Where are we at? Give me a second, y'all. We do this live, right? We definitely do want to hear from y'all. So just give me a second. Oh, why is this taking so long to load? All right. Compose. I literally just sent you a message.
I didn't get that. I haven't got it yet.
All right, paste. No, I said paste here.
Oh, no.
Come on. All right, there we go. All right. So yeah, take that link, and that should be the one that gets people into the studio.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be posting this link on my Facebook page.
Yep.
And I will
All right.
post it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Because obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube already, you can see the link.
All right.
So
yeah,
or
you said what?
I just send it. Email?
I sent it to your email. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I think that it has an insane effect because, as we know, hip hop. I think my co-host made a comment similar to this before in the past. Hip hop culture is pop culture, right? So when we look at the gangster raps of the world, we look at all these different, the trendiness, anything that goes on that has any sort of, I mean, look at TikTok and look at all of the different ways, the renegade, look at all of the dance moves and the ambiance, right? It's mostly hip hop centered, right? So when you look at gangster rap and all of these different monikers, when you look at the rest of the world and how they absorb it, it's like they pull from it the trendy chic part of it, and they just leave the grimy sort of danger that exists within it to the wayside, right? And so you see that people that don't even look like the individuals who are, I guess you would say, burdening this type of music, you look at them and you go from people from Asia, people from from European countries, they're over here dancing to all of these different songs, right, and getting popular, getting name brands recognition, getting all these different things, and yet you see individuals on this side of the spectrum who can't even capitalize on their own content, right? And so there is a huge disconnect that exists because of this type of music from the Black community to the rest of the world, that I think is just only expanding wider and wider. And what you see is a people who are literally, I guess you would say, eating their own selves and keeping their own selves away from any semblance of success, right? Because they have to hold down so far down pat this way of life to the extent that it's at the detriment to their daily lives, right? While everybody else gets to feast off of it and make money off of it.
For some
that don't even look like that.
For some, what you're saying is 100% true. For some, not all.
With regards to what?
Like for instance, Tupac. You know, he was a educated young man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was cultured. His mother was a Black Panther. She was, you know, well read. I mean, obviously she was, socialist, but you know, he was cultured and he understood like art and all that stuff. It's not like he was just some for lack of a better term, some nigga from the streets, right?
But how did he convey himself though?
Yeah,
Because I get what
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
saying.
No. Hold on. So yes, the people like Tupac fall in line with what you were saying. Yes, but that's why I said not all, because there are some people that's actually their reality. They're not out there trying to perpetrate a fraud. That's literally who they are and who they've always been. So Tupac, that was not who he was. So that's what you were talking about. You were saying they're trying to continue to perpetrate this false identity. Yeah, Tupac.
No, I'm not saying a false identity. I think they actually do. I mean, these guys a lot of these guys can't separate the gang life from doing rap music. I mean, Waka Flocka talks about this all the time, right? With regards to, look, you can't be a gangster and be a rapper at the same time. You got to pick one world.
Yeah,
right,
so
but a lot of these kids nowadays are trying to be in. They have one foot in one world and one foot in another, and that's where these guys get killed.
Again, there's a
so I don't think they're acting.
There's a difference. Well, they are. Tupac was acting. There's a difference between a Tupac, right, and a Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, light years. Yeah, of course.
Nipsey, he wasn't acting. That was legit who he was. And towards the end, many said that he was, trying to come around for the better and stuff. Hey, whatever. But so there's a difference. There's real gangsters that are rappers, and there's people that want to embody that, and they put on this fraud, and they are acting. Whether they're doing a good job or not, it's called acting. If you're not being yourself, and that's not how you were genuinely brought up, and the environment that you're truly, comfortable in, and nurture you, kind of like in the movie Batman, the last one, when Bane was like, "Oh, you merely live in the dark, but I was born," and there's a difference. That's all I'm saying. What you're saying, I agree with 100%. But that does not, encapsulate all of these rappers.
I don't know where I said it did encapsulate all.
You didn't. I never said that you did. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What you're saying is true, but it can't. It's not a blanket statement. That's all I said.
Of course.
And
Yeah,
you
of
said
course.
it was. I just interjected to say that, hey, it doesn't apply to all. For instance, the video that I'm going to play, it does not apply to this person. He is no longer on this plane of existence, for many of the reasons that one would assume would happen, to somebody living that type of life.
Right.
But again, I just wanted to make it clear, like Tupac was not, a quote unquote real one, and honestly, the reason why I wanted to make that distinction, or actually why I made that distinction, is because it's important to, I believe. For instance, there's one thing if someone's like, oh yeah, like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? Oh, I see this life, I want to do this, and I'm I'm gonna fuck bitches and all sorts of shit, and wave guns, and I'm this and this, and Skull Gang, all of that, right? All of the ifs and the buts and everything in between. That's one thing, and dealing with people like that, that's one situation. But when you actually have people that the shit that they're rapping about is the shit that they're actually doing, and the shit that they actually been seeing, we have to approach these people differently, because ultimately this is the Truth Media podcast, right? So we want to bring the truth, and we also want to offer solutions. So the solution to a 6ix9ine isn't going to be the same for a solution to the deceased brother that I'm about to play the video for. So again, I make the distinction because, again, if we're going to offer solutions, everyone has to understand that we can't just blanket it. Oh, rap and hip hop is bad, and yada yada yada, and all of it's bad. It's all of it's bad on this level. No, it's not. Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's like idolizing. I'm saying he idolized a certain way of life, and that's what I would say has led him to that path. Obviously, he's had some shit happen, and now I'm sure he's rethinking all that. But the people that I'm about to play right now, that wasn't an idle situation. It was more or less like, this is my situation, and this is what it is. So for anyone that I'm gonna play the video in like 10 seconds. For anyone that knows anything about like the Chicago drill scene dating back 2014, 2013, like with like stuff like that. Then most of y'all know how real that issue is, right? And a lot of those brothers, you know, a lot of them are dead and gone now. Way too hard living fullest of their quote unquote reality. Now, I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna discuss like how do we break that? Because if it's one thing if someone wants to watch something on TV and say, I want to be like that, I want to be cool, I'm gonna get tattoos on my face, I'm gonna talk like this, I'm gonna get grills. It's another thing completely when someone is literally like Bane brought up in this system. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about the fathers' homes and all that, you know, to the cows come home. But until the fathers come home, you know, we're still gonna have these kids being brought up in these situations. So what do we do about that? So that's really the crux of what I want to discuss tonight. Let me play this video. So just for some context, this is by FBG Duck. He was shot and killed in like a very like posh area of Chicago where you would expect to see like Louis Vuitton stores and Tiffany stores and all that stuff in broad daylight. So with that being said, his killers have been, you know, apprehended and they will be going to jail for the most part. And it was found out that King Khan, allegedly, because he's obviously deceased, is the one that put the hit out on FBG Duck. Now, again, if anyone knows anything about Chicago drill, that whole scene, it's one side versus the other. You know, I'm not gonna get into the, you know, the details because it's basically like Bloods and Crips, not Bloods and Crips, but like one side against the other, and they're fighting and killing each other over like some real arbitrary. I live over here, you live over there. Basically, like that. That's like, you know, summing it up. Just to give some context. So this song is called "Dead Bitches" by FBG Duck.
No, he wrong. He a fucking white boy.
Hey, yeah, so let me get that wood, bro. I said, geek on him. If we ever said it, bitch, I swear to God, we mean it. We already in hell, bitch, since 12, we been demons. Ever since I signed the deal, all these bitches on my penis. Boy, you ain't gon' squeeze it, you around for no reason. Boy, what block you from? Let us know so we can spin it. Made Chicago legend, shit, that was just about business. Said I wanna go this to dead, and okay, I did it. But nigga, fuck T-Roy and OD them. Dead bitch. You heard about J Money? Yeah. Niggas getting dead the same way. Bitch, don't play with gang. You don't want Lil Bro in your gang way. I know you heard about Lil Boo, yeah. They left his shit by a tire. Bullets was hitting him, he was singing like Mariah. Yeah, you heard about Shariah. I know that hurt the heart. He probably walking, listening to his iPod. Yeah, you heard about Lil Steve. Yeah, I heard about that too. But fuck him though, he a pack too. If we
So basically, everything that he just said happened. Those events happened. Those were hits. You know, documented hits in the streets. FBG Duck from Chicago, obviously, in the streets. GD, Gangsta Disciple. The people that he's talking about are BD, Black Disciples. And again, basically what it comes down to is niggas, I was born over here, or like I grew up chilling over here. Cause I'm from the hood that I'm from, like I'm from Brooklyn. But I grew up on the edge of like I'm from Bed-Stuy, but I grew up on the edge, basically like Brownsville. But outside of like living there, I didn't hang out over there because my family lived in Bed-Stuy, so I was always in Bed-Stuy. I knew Bed-Stuy niggas. I knew the niggas like on my block in Brownsville, but I never went like that way. I'm saying I only went towards Bed-Stuy. So it's the same thing. It was like that's not, you know, like in this dynamic, it literally comes down to simple things like that. And then you add on like, oh, you know, this person may or may not have disrespected me or one of my family members or yada yada. And then, you know, one kill and then you just keep kill. So basically, the question is, Q Fusion, what do you think can be done about this? Because again, this person is not a Tupac. You know what I'm saying? His mother is not. She's still alive. His mother is not an ex Black Panther, and by hearing her speak, no disrespect to FBG Duck or his mother or his family, but she is not a well-read person. So how do we? Because it's I think it's easier to address the 6ix9ine. I think it's easier to address those type of people. I don't think it's as easy to address these people. Now, obviously, they both need to be addressed, but I'm asking you again: how do you think we need to go about that? Where does it start?
You know what? I would say it would probably start from. You know what? This culture is missing a huge semblance of shame, continuity. I think it starts from the house, right? There's a disconnect between the elders and the young, and the youth, right? To where the youth don't respect the elders' word, and the elders are not listening to what the youth are experiencing, right? So there's a lack of communication with regards to these two spheres, and because of that, there is a huge void of resentment and I guess you would say lack of attention that exists between these two areas, right? So if I was to say what could be utilized to rectify this, the shit that we're seeing in front of us in this video and the like, I mean, all I see is males that are screaming for attention, right? And so that attention, what it was probably devoid of, right? Because most likely, based upon the numbers, they probably came from single mother homes. And so not all attention is good attention, right? Nor is and is it an understatement to say that having the right male attention, right, and father figures is also hugely paramount to the development of young males. And so because those males are usually the ones behind the dangerous activity that exists within these communities, I would say that first and foremost, getting the family structure together and getting two parent households in one accord is a start. But then afterwards, there needs to be a list of guidelines, which I think does not exist in the Black community, by which each person needs to either carry themselves with regards to how they uphold their daily performance, and a list of decorum that exists as well. And I think if you can instill these types of guidelines and this type of structure within that community, I think you can make some real headway, right? Because like I said, what I see in front of me is a lack of real like men energy. Like this just screams like the screen, what you have right now, like the three individuals that you have on the screen right now, like with the finger, though I guess that's a gang sign. The one dude pointing the gun that probably is loaded, at the camera guy. If I'm the camera guy, I'm like, my ninja. Well, what are you doing? Like, ninja, hey, like, bro. And then I think the other dude has a Uzi in his hand because it's a little dark, but I think he has a Uzi in his hand with a clip. I mean, with a mag, a zine, also loaded into the chamber. So yeah, I just see dudes that are just screaming for attention. And so that would be the way. In short,
let's not forget,
I would
and again, not trying to defend this. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Sure.
Let's not forget, this is a music video. And the song is about dead opposition,
right?
So I would think if you're gonna go that far to make a song like that, you're definitely gonna invest the video with guns.
Oh yeah, no, hey, but look at it again, right? Look at their faces, right? Look at my thing is it's attention seeking. Like no matter how you slice it, it's still attention. Yeah, they're they're trying to amplify the the lyrics, right? I'm with you, I get that, but that this still does not deter from how these three individuals are really attention seeking. And I would not be surprised if they were the loudest individuals in the room when they go anywhere they go.
Well, FBG Doug is,
which is probably why the FB, which is probably why he's no longer on this earth.
Doug. Say Doug.
I'd bet my left nut.
Well, this song, what'd you say?
No, I said I'd bet my left nut that was probably one of the main monikers as to how his life was taken from him.
Well, yeah,
was being the loudest in the room.
This song was one of the last that he did before he was killed. But discussing the topic, because again, we offer solutions on this channel. Obviously, that's mainly what we do. I pose this question because I don't want to say grab with it. I kind of already have my mind made, but it's kind of like there's a generation lost. You know what I'm saying, and there will continue to be generations lost until we pull the plug. Right? For instance, this generation that we're looking at on the screen right now that I have pulled up, they're lost. You know what I'm saying? They are lost. Because again, it's not like they're 6'9" and it's like you put them in front of a judge and it's like, oh well, they made me do it, and all sort of stuff, and now it's like, what, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna go to fucking deprived countries and start just giving out money like I'm some kind of humanitarian. And I'm not saying that to knock 6ix9ine, you know what I'm saying? But again, that's an expected outcome from someone like him. For one of these dudes, you put them in front of a judge, he's like, well, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Lock me up.
Oh, yeah.
And all my niggas locked up anyway. And all the rest of my niggas is dead anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to say, like, to glorify it, but that's literally the situation for a lot of these dudes. So again, how do we, bring them back? There's a word I just can't think of right now, but it's not even a crazy word, but it's like basically bring them back to society. And my thinking is it's over. Like, nigga, leave them. You know what I'm saying? And that might sound harsh to many, but at the end of the day, even the Most High, when you read the Bible, very harsh, clear cut, to the point. And I think that's where we are. Like, these generations are lost. So what we got to do, in my opinion, is, as a collective, as men, to say, look, if I have a child, which is your choice, fellas, don't let these women fool you with the nonsense of, women make these. No, you don't. And how do you know they don't? Because ain't no bitch ever made a baby without a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Except for Mary. And unless you out here claiming to be the virgin fucking Mary, bitch, with baby daddy already, you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Miss me completely with all of that bullshit. So anyway, we bring life. You know what I'm saying? They birth life, but it doesn't start until we inject our sperm, which is actually moving on its own. You ever realize that, fellas?
Here we go
Sperm
again.
moves on its own, and the egg flows through the fallopian tubes by the It's not like a current, but for lack of better terms, there's a current, and then it sticks to the goddamn the little cilia in the tube, right? Or the cervix. Either way.
Sorry.
Either way, we are the creators of life. You know what I'm saying? And not to sound like, we're like God. No, obviously He is. But don't let no woman ever tell you, no. So anyway, I digress.
Oh shit!
What we need
Here
to
we
do,
go
fellas,
again.
brothers, men, we gotta say, hey. And this is real easy, y'all. Anyone can do it. It's free to join in. Say to yourself, I'm not gonna have any children until I am married. Just starting there. Start there. Now I already know you're gonna have a whole bunch of freaking wokey wokes and super liberty libs like, 50% of the marriages end in divorce. I wonder why. I wonder why. People don't take their time. I'm saying, if you know you're not gonna have a kid until you get married, then it'll be in your best interest. It'll be in the best interest of your kids that you do your due diligence and make sure that this woman checks all the bars.
Yeah.
Checks them all off. And then you say, okay, you know what? Yes, I'm going to marry you. And yes, I'm going to give you my kids. So that's basically what we're doing. All right? Just by doing that, that is you doing your part. So with that being said, that has no bearing on the generation that I just pulled up. Like, we can't reach them. And I'm cool with just, writing them off. You know what I'm saying? Like a business. That was a bad year. You know what I'm saying? We gotta write this off and we gotta come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? We gotta regroup. And this is what we're doing going forward. And again, it might sound harsh, or it might just be harsh. It is what it is, No, and no disrespect to a lot of those fallen dudes. But at the end of the day, they fell for what? For nothing. They fell for a street name. They fell for stepping on someone's shoes or nonsense. So there was no there was nothing there anyway. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, damn. That actually, you know what? That scorched earth mentality. I think I had mentioned something like that with regards to another topic, but no, I completely agree. I think that it's I could talk about structure, till kingdom come, but I do think that, and I guess it's maybe the optimist in my, in my verbiage, but at some point or another, right, you got to look at the statistics. The majority, right, of individuals are going to move in life in one way, right? But then you're always going to have that minority of folks that just can't get out of their own way, right? So what do? You understand this, you pinpoint, you try to put preventative measures in place, give them all of the options and the things that they want to do in life. But when all's said and done, just die out. You know what I'm saying? Just die out. You're killing yourselves already. So just you stay over there, right? And this is why, people leave these areas, right? When they're like, oh, put the wealth back in. You know what I'm saying? When I'm getting killed by people that look like me on the, that, I don't know if I want my businesses getting shot up in the area of the lost, as my co-host was alluding to, right? So I will keep my money, right, in the areas of those that walk in a more in a more justified way, and I will let those that want to destroy oneself continue to do so. I'll leave the action planning and the community outreach, all these good things, right? Because don't get me wrong, there are those kids that don't want to grow up in that fashion, and for them, let us in the state of Moses, let us take those individuals and bring them to a land to which they can prosper. But for the rest of those ninjas, curtain's calling. You know what I'm saying? So you do what God has already intended for you to do anyway, right? As we know, God has left us on this earth in order to give us the free reign of our own decisions. And you see on a day-by-day choice that these individuals make, that they just would rather destroy oneself as opposed to get closer to God. So if that is the case, if you are so hell-bent on living in a life of destruction, and not to say that we're all perfect, right? Because there's only one perfect being that's ever existed, and that is Jesus Christ, if you are up on the Bible. I do still would want to live my life in a way where I have to, when I walk outside my house at night, I have to do, two checks to make sure that, I don't hear some skirt, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, I drive a car with tinted windows, bro. Every time I go into a inner city, I'm just hoping that this ninja does not confuse me for either being a drug dealing op, right? Or somebody that, oh, he's got that car. Oh yeah, I know. Tito got that same car. And now I'm on Channel 11 News, and my mom's gotta be asking that fatal question: why the hell is my son in Queens?
You want to
Well,
hear something funny?
your son was trying to get some cheeks. Okay. Your son was just trying to get some cheese. That's all I was trying to do. And my life is taken because they mistake my car for some ops car. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you know, again, you know, I've said this time and time before, you know, where I'm from and all that stuff. So I've seen a lot, you know, and even when I moved out to Jersey, I still used to go out to Brooklyn and Queens all the damn time. I'll take the bus, mainly the bus, train sometimes. But I digress. Anyway, when I started going, when I started driving out there, which is very rare because it's too damn far. And when I would drive to like see my homies in Jersey City, I started, you know, again, as you mature, you start to take into account things that you normally will have never crossed your fucking mind, like what you just said. Hey, I'm in tent. I got tents. No one can see me. So because no one can see me, they could assume that I'm someone that I'm not.
Right.
And in the blink of an eye, you know, this could wind up bad for me. You know, wrong place, wrong time, intense. And I've been there, you know, where like again, like Jersey City, that's not my hood. Niggas don't know me over there. So if I'm pulling up, I'm saying with a tinted out whip, you know what I'm saying? If someone that niggas got beef with, they not looking to check license plate numbers. You know what I'm saying? They not checking VIN numbers. You know,
Exactly.
They just, you know, on site with it, you know, and I get that. So I had to distance myself from those situations. And again, not because, you know, I'm a bitch, but and this is a big part of it, because a lot of niggas, and I mean that, a lot of niggas gonna say, oh, you a bitch, you scared? No. I understand that there's no need for me to roll the dice like that. Because say something did happen, now I'm in an altercation. Maybe I kill a nigga that came at me.
Right.
Now I'm still in a situation that I didn't need to be in, because we live in a state where there's no stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if I was down in Florida and I could just walk away like, oh, he tried to do this. Okay, you're free to go. Now up here, man, look, if someone broke into my house right now and I killed him because I got that thing waiting for him, I'm going to jail. Period. Full stop. I'm going to jail. I am going to jail. The nigga can come in here, you know, like fucking, you know, guns blazing, saying this and that, you know, trying to do some crazy stuff to my family, and I fucking pow, you know what I'm saying? Finish him off. No homo. Next thing you know, the cops will come. Oh shit. Okay. Where's the gun? I'll put the gun back in my safe. Oh, okay. Officer such and such, can you go confirm that? Mr. Such and such, I'm gonna need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. What do you mean? And that's what's gonna happen. So again, I don't need to put myself in situations like that. And I urge more brothers to have the cognizance and the wherewithal that me and my co-host just spoke about. Because again, what the fuck you got to prove out here? You know what I'm saying? Use your brain.
Woo. Just
use your brain. And your gut too. And your gut. Sometimes your gut will be like, something's not right about this. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Sometimes everything might be okay, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, no, guys, this was a great episode again. I mean, chime in the comments below if you think. I mean, obviously, you know, this is as my co-host at the top of the hour mentioned, you know, this is a wide-spanning topic with regards to hip hop's influence on today's culture and youth culture, right? So there's all different types of realms within hip hop that have a wavy sort of effect on the world around us. So what I would ask is, again, what do you guys think? Does hip hop hurt the Black community? Let us know if you have come across instances where you've seen people try to live a life on social media with regards to hip hop, and have tried to enact that said life in real life, right? Or if you've seen the vice versa, right? The Tekashi 6ix9ine effect, where individuals have stunted on the gram, but then in real life have you know shown to be the biggest posers, right? To end off on my thoughts on this, I just think that I think the solutions that we've brought to the table, while they do seem surface level and maybe even harsh or maybe even too crass or on their surface, from that those perspectives, I just think that there comes a time where you just kind of got to walk away from those that do not want to help themselves, right? In my life, I give I give my suggestions, right? Because I'm not perfect. I have tons of things to work on my own, right? So I give my suggestions, and if somebody doesn't want to listen, there's only so much I can tell you not to put your hand on the fire before you just are you get that third degree burn, right? So I think that's the approach we need to take with those that want to really sit in that dangerous way of life, that either gets you dead, in jail, or maimed to the point where you're no longer able to even be a productive member of society, right? So I think my co-host's suggestion with regards to just wiping that slate clear and letting those individuals die out in their own right, I don't know how you could refute that, right? It may sound defeatist, but hey, look, what ninjas have been trying to do ain't working. All right, Ninja still popping off on 4th of July, killing, shooting 50 people in a parade. Ninjas can't even wave a flag no more on the street without worrying about what color the flag is for the effect of pissing somebody off. Like, come on now. So, if you truly think that those individuals are going to see any level of reason, their emotional state has been risen to a level to where, as my co-host mentioned, stepping on their shoe could be the credence by which they enact some semblance of taking someone's life. So when you have that type of individual on the other side of the spectrum, there's only so much you can do, and that's my word for the end to end this off.
Yeah, and I've
anything?
already said everything I got to say. Basically, hey y'all, again, this is the Truth Media podcast. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And therefore their solutions. Because again, that's ultimately, what you guys are coming here for. I'm sure the humor, the back and forth, sometimes the banter, and also the community feeling that we're building, for men. But ultimately, you're getting something from this, right? You're getting something substantive for this, and that's the truth, which is the solution. Whenever you know the truth and you have the truth, then you have true solutions. You don't have the truth, you have trial and error. That's what you have. So keep that in mind. Do me a favor, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let us know what you think about this video in the comments below. Let us know if you agree, disagree, or you're indifferent about what we said. Let me know if you like my new background. Obviously, new crib. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be doing this. I have a man cave, but it's under construction. So right now, this is my, I don't know what you would call this room. I do like the black, but I don't like how close I am to it. So again, let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think about the audio. Let me know everything. Leave it in the comments. All right, let us know if, hey, crap, I saw your video too late. I would have loved to go live with you guys. Let us know that. That way we can orchestrate something. We're not kidding when we say we want to bring you guys on. Look, it's going to add a great dynamic to the show. It's also going to let you guys know that we are just like you. We're just like you. We're not perfect. We all go through life. We all make bad decisions here and there. So we're not sitting here on some grand pedestal like, none of you can share the table with us or share the mic with us. No, that's preposterous. So again, y'all, please, first, I'll tell you one thing, y'all. I'm not bringing you on this motherfucker if y'all didn't. If I can't see that y'all like this shit, subscribe. That's the qualifier. So let's start there. So when y'all do start sending it in, some people have already told me that they want to come on, and those people are subscribed, and I'm sure that they've already liked. But I don't want to. I'm letting you know right now. If Joe Smo, what I'm saying, sends a message, hey, I would love to be on the show. Let's talk about this and that. If you're not a subscriber, sorry, brother. You know what I'm saying? All it costs is to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. That way every time we drop a video and or go live.
That's what I'm talking about. So,
Surprise, motherfucker.
talking to you, okay? Because you know what? I almost forgot about you in the back. Okay, I'm talking to you. Stop fucking ninja watching, right? I see y'all pop in here, you jump out, you know what I'm saying? You may not get jiggy with what we're saying, but then you come in the comment section. Fucking share and subscribe. Share it and leave a nasty fucking share. I don't even care. Get the conversation moving, right? Stop being a ninja watcher, right? Because that's the problem that's probably existing in your real life, is that you just sit in the background, and while everybody else is just fucking moving on past you in life, you're just sitting back going in the background going, oh, well, I'm just happy with the way, with the way things going. Fucking take some action, right? And click the fucking subscribe button. So that way you can get more of this interesting content. Yeah, no, look, guys, we do this shit live. All right. And I know there's a ton of other content creators out here, but you came on our shit. You jumped onto our channel. So you with the lotion, you about to go to work and start beating your meat in the back. I'm telling you right now, it's not the time to beat your meat. What time it is to click the subscribe button, goddammit, and fucking like your boys here at the Truth Media Podcast. It's just one click thing, and then you can go ahead about beating your meat. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been one for the ages. I really did enjoy this topic. Thank you, AAF, for broaching this to the table so that way we can get this going. All right. I look forward to the next topic and seeing y'all soon.
Yes. Peace.